Alright peeps, welcome back to one version. You join us here at the Bard Waterfalls, which is slowly spewing out bard water, destined to gan down this river channel and gan awfully close to our planking civilization down here. Look at these beavers, they're out planting kohlrabies already, as well as we saw by the wheel spinning, with a whole 50 horsey powers getting through it, making some planks. You know, it's 65% efficiency, but that's all good. We've got all the jobs we require fully satiated. No, we don't. One less inventor, please. We need 2 leg ends planting kohlrabies up here. Now, I've also made the kohlrabi planting area a wee bit smaller, hopefully a tad more manageable. And the reason I done that is all of this area was like 200 and something kohlrabies. And yes, we've just got 30 kohlrabies here and a bonus 50 kohlrabies here. But that's still 150 kohlrabi storage. That's not 200 and odd. And as much as we could pop warehouses in, especially a medium one, I've even clocked these 3 spots that I might end up putting a warehouse in doing the line. But for now, we need to reserve all the wood we have to getting stairs all the way up to here. Now I'm hoping that 1 water slurper is enough to top up all of these barrels and the 2 barrels we've got knocking about our here. And I can't even forget, I need to be checking on the progress of these breeding pods and pausing them after they pop a sprog. Because we're going to get a couple of more sprogs this episode. No, we're not. We've only got 7 food. Yeah, like I was saying, we're going to be pausing these before they pop any sprogs and chilling with 6 beavers this episode. Although I reckon I'm willing to sacrifice an inventor, unfortunately Davey Jr, for a bloody gatherer flag. So Davey Jr, walk ahead after you've, satiated your thirst. Get picking all of these blueberries and topping up all of these blueberry warehouses about the map. And to be fair, once the beavers have finished planting the kohlrabies over here, we've only got a couple more. We can get these laddies paused. Go on, finish planting it so I can pause yous both. And one of yous can be a lumberjack, one of yous can be an inventor. Now where is Bitterbong the leg end gone in? Of course, Bitterbong the leg end has to gan and be an inventor. After being a temporary bloody hauler, of course. Now these stairs I've got over here that lead over to these beautiful 8 logs of pop oaks, I'm going to turn up to maximum priority and pause. I'm only going to unleash those bad lads when we're down to only the borches left. Because the beaver's got to hope that at some point we can start building stairs all the way up here and get the bad water repulsed before a bad tide occurs. Oh, with our plank storage filling up, I think it's about time we do that. The only question is, which job do we pause? We're certainly not going to pause Davey Jr here. He's picking up all the blueberries, which is absolutely necessary until we get the kohlrabies in. Oh, and I'm scared about we haven't got enough kohlrabies. I'm going to panic plant some more kohlrabies. So that's one job we need to magic up. Bitterbong, that's your job. And I suppose we just need to get a lumberjack down. But who else can we sacrifice? We cannot sacrifice anybody else. I could go down to 1 grafter in here. However, we only have the water wheel spinning while the river's flowing, I think the best option is to hope we don't run out of storage in the industrial lumber mill before Davey Jr picks the last 3 berry bushes, and then we can get Davey... Oh, who's this? How do we have a builder? I'm certainly not going to whinge about that. I'm going to start maximum priority in some stairs. You know what, thinking about that, that's kind of perfect, because the second Davey Jr picks up the last, I was going to say 1, but 2 berry bushes worth of blueberries here, we can pause, old mate. Once the berries are in the flag, of course. And then Davey Jr can gan back to being the inventor. Oh, and we got stairs in already? Nah, I'm going to have to plunk myself up here with all of the lovely foliage covered scrap. And watch as our lovely builder beaver bangs in another set of stairs. Go on, yes! I love it when it works out like that. Oh, and we're going to have all the bonus kohlrabies planted soon-ish. And then once that's done, we'll have a whole another builder to start banging away with. Or chopping doing the last of these trees over here. Now let's keep an eye on Bitterbog the leg end. And once they've finished planting all of these kohlrabies in the corner here, we're going to go ahead and get them in the inventor hut. Because we desperately need science points. There's no point being up there if we can't build the bloody bad water repulsion system now, is there? Although, if we get a drought warning, I may have to turn tail and go straight into banging these levees in. Bloomin' heck, beavers, are you seeing this? We've got a grafter late into the night dropping off planks. Oi, pal, get yourself yem. But before that, hang out at the campfire with a cupcake. And naturally, no beavers came to hang out with a cupcake. But we're on cycle for day 4 with no tide change warning. You certainly can't argue with that now, can you? And by the looks of things, we're just going to have to do a mad unpause the second water pump whenever we get down to this point. No, I just saw we got 2 bloody babbies. I missed it. I missed it. I can't be missing this one, and I need to pause these 2. Now, thankfully, we're not running with a plank storage. However, we are running with a log storage. Which means, Bitterbog, you're gonna have to get chopping down the pines. And we're gonna have to get a beaver picking up the kohlrabies. And I think that beaver might have to be one of the industrial lumber millers. Oh, that is not fun, because we have very limited time to make these planks, and we need a hell of a lot of them. But hey, that's the challenge of a 1 beaver starting it. Look at the wee babby though, clapping away. And we got our big builder beaver ascending new heights, getting ready to plonk the last plank in here. Ah, yes, once again, I was right. Absolutely perfect. Ooh, and with single slope has filled up these tanks. Have we got the big industrial lumber mill tank with day? What about the babby tank with divot? Oh, and I'm glad we talked about the babby tank. Let's just real casually get up to a speed 4. I don't know why this is happening. Ah, no! I got distracted by the spinning camera. And now we have 9 beavers. Is that how many you start with? Is it 9 or 12 you start with in hard mode? I mean, all that really means is that we really need to catch these next 2 babbies before they're popped out. And I will say, like, from an overview like this, you can't help but love the mad old iron teeth, now can you? Their dedication to getting up the top of the map and conquering these water sources before they turn into big old bad water sources is nothing short than commendable. And this is quite the ways up, like, make sure you don't bump the thorns. Oh, this is a scary place to try and tackle, like. Although we haven't got a warning yet, which means we've got the longest temperate season available. Along the leg end, with 13 logs in there, and 3 berries to a name, I think it might be time to just go absolutely wild with this. No builder, no industrial lumber mill, 4 beavers picking up kohlrabies over here. Because we really need more food. I kind of wish I didn't shrink the bloody kohlrabi plantation now. I mean, it's a bit late at this point. Or is it? 3 days to grow. Beavers, plant the emergency kohlrabies. I need to get one of these onto planting and the other one can just remain on harvesting. If we get these planted today, it's a 3-day warning. We might just get all of these kohlrabies bloody grown. Let's go, beavers, you bunch of leg ends. Although we are now spinning a wheel for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Hey, bonus babbies, would you mind growing up anytime soon? That would be a fan-bloody-tastic. Well, 5 won't be that beaver. They're only 1. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this, peeps. I am worried about Davey Jr. He'll be celebrating his big 5-0 tomorrow, the day that the warning comes. I didn't want that to be the warning where Davey Jr. corks it. The emergency 4 farmhouses has had its day. We're going back to creating the odd plank and building the odd stair. Because we've made fair dinkum progress, like. 4 planks in there. We get to build a little storage warehouse for our logs. And then we're only 3 stairs away from the top level here. Oh, peeps, I can't do it. I've came into first beaver perspective. I know there's going to be a warning. But I want to hang out with Davey Jr. here, just in case it's a bloody bad tide warning. Because I can put it off until Davey Jr. wakes up if I do this, you know? Oh no, Davey Jr.'s woken up! Right, what is it? It's a drought! It's a bloody drought! Right, in this case, I am gonna rush getting this bad lad in. But we still need 10 more science points before we can go ahead and unlock a big old fancy floodgate here. So let's stop slurping water, because we're gonna have water to slurp during the drought. I'm still keen to produce planks. We of course still need Davey Jr. on his 50th birthday here, getting our precious 10 bonus science points. And we most certainly need more wood than what we currently have. And I'm going to pause this stair so we don't accidentally stop building loads more stairs up. Ooh, and we should have this lumberjack flag on pause, not this one, because then we can be more efficient with our building. Right, let's unpause. How many builders does that leave us with? 1. That is better than 0. Since we're going to have water up here, actually, I might go down to 1 beaver in the farmhouse and get a second beaver. There we go, in the district centre. District, which of course renamed it to 1 district. It's the perfect district name for 1 version. Oh, we've got the beaver builders coming out with their logs, and we've even got a forester helping out. This should be in an absolutely neat time. I am properly tempted to do a speedy up it, like, maybe just for a day or 2. Not crazy, but while we've got 7 science points to earn, we may as well see some mad progress. Now, I will say progress is not ideal. How long did that take? Oh, casual 1.4 days. Okay, so, are we going to be able to get the rest of this in, including our single floodgate, in the next 1.4 days? I even paused Davey Jr., who of course is the 1 grafter hour here. Now, that may or may not have something to do with our industrial lumber mill, twocking logs, and the fact that we need to keep up with our log supply. Some noob moves have been made here today, like peeps. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I bloody have to. So we now have 2 builders, but 3 lumberjack flags. I've decided to see where we're going to be at half a day. And if we're nowhere near done at half a day, I'm going to freak out and go into emergency mode. Oh, we just ticked our half a day. It is possible, you know, that we could get this in. What's our single floodgate? It's more items, but those 5 planks will come straight in. Let's have a look at what we've got and what we need. We need 21 logs, and we have 9. Oh no, Davey Jr. cocked of old age! And his last act was to rename the district. What an absolute bloody champion he was. I'm trying to think of how best to use our beavers here. I've went pretty hard on the idea of our water staying here. So I think pausing the farmhouse and doubling down on that is a good idea. However, I might not be in the same mindset when it comes to the water situation. Nah, I am. I'm bloody tripling doing. Knee water slurpers, 3 tree choppers, and 2 grafters in 1 district. And I'm even going to spend the 150 science points on a floodgate. And preemptively putting it up to 1 because it's probably going to occur as the tides change. Speaking of 24 working days beavers, you just need to seriously get this in, and then super seriously get this floodgate in. And you know what? I reckon this could be a canny angle. Titty, a proper hanging on the edge of your seat, speedy up bit. We need to hope the beavers didn't pass out and get this bloody floodgate in before the river dries up. And it's in! It's in! And we have some water in here. Now, of course, that occurred, just a little bit after the whole tide change situation. But we have water enough to hopefully make sure our blueberries don't cork it. And make sure we have some bloody food knocking about here for our beavers. Now, before we end up accidentally running out of wood, let's unpause these stairs, get them built, and now we are properly in the need of some science points. So ye 2 bonus builders, yous need to go and be inventors. And I'm half tempted to just not unpause. Oh, actually no. There's a lot of berries that need to be picked. Oh, but who's gonna pick them? And I need to slurp some of this water. And peeps, there's not a lot of water here. It might look like a lot, but it'll sure evaporate. I think I'm going to have to split Bitterbong and Garamendo between berries and kohlrabis. Now that should leave us with a builder. Why, yeah, it's Bitterbong, the leg-head man. Who else was it going to be? And they should be bobbing about. No, what you doing? And what are ye doing? You weren't going to gather a flag? What are you dropping off the blanks for? Oh, beavers at times like they're absolutely mental. What are you doing with a log, mate? These are not maximum priority. I'm actually going to lower the effing priority of them. You can do anything other than that, please, Mr. Bitterbog, da leg end. Didn't make a strip your da leg end title away from you, because I bloody will, mate. I bloody will. Now, I am going to preemptively lower this floodgate pretty much to 0. But for now, 0.40, so we're not, pissing water out the back of the map here. And then during the next temperate season, we're going to find out if one gap is enough. Bitterbog, are you going to keep... Yeah, you are going to keep that leg end title. And Mr. Bitterbong, that leg end, you can go ahead and start getting planks all the way up here and finishing the job of getting to the tippity top. It would be kind of cool if I got it done during the drought, like. I don't think so. Somehow don't think so. I mean, the lack of science, the lack of planks, and the lack of running water, that pretty much guarantees it's not going to happen. But I don't think so. But we could still be hopeful, Still be hopeful. Oh, now that we're picking berries back up, I need to be very careful about these breeding pods. Make sure that they don't spill out and pop some more sprogs. As much as we love somehow having 3 beavers in the bloody district centre, I'd much rather you be picking berries and kohlrabies. Thank you very much, Lee. We only need a bit of bog the leg end, man. Although I'm really not joking when I say we desperately need science points. So I reckon I'm going to get the beavers to prioritise science over food. I'm sure that won't go wrong. I mean, my main concern, once again, is making sure I post these bloody breeding pods. I suppose we might be able to do a bit of a speedy up bit here, can't we? We can watch me post the breeding pods like a leg end, and watch Bitterbog, da leg end, banging the inventor huts. That'll be a pause on you two, and keep an eye on ye two. And I just thought, why didn't I connect this path? Instead of making beavers go all the way around, they can just quickly nip our man. You never know when that'll come in handy. Like, for example, maybe I've just paused 2 blueberry gatherers, and I want to go ahead and get 2 big old oak choppers on the gun. Although, looking at this water level here, I'm very concerned. So we're going to unpause both of these and just deal with the consequences. And to preempt one of those consequences, we're going to get 5s finally grew up picking up kohlrabies. Alright, 2 water slurpers. I want these to slurp up all of the water that's left in this river, which is not that much. And you know what, peeps? I cannot stand this suspense. I've turned on dev mode. We're getting up to speed 4, and we're gonna slurp all the water out of this bloody river as quickly as possible before I change my mind. 144 water. That is a lot better than what we had before. I mean, around about double what we had before, so it's twice as good. Now you 2 water slurpers, become kohlrabi pickers, because we've got 2 days to get all of these out of here. And you know what? I might change this from berries to kohlrabis. Give us that extra kohlrabi storage. I reckon if we need bonus berry storage, we could run it along here, opposite these, which I hope I haven't missed. Babby, how old are ye? Snozry. Oh, the only one. I did miss another Babby. Well, I suppose with the unfortunate passing of Davey Jr, we did need to keep our 9 beaver stock up and running here now. But having that water has allowed these blueberries to not dry up and die. Because although they have a 9-day drought resistance, this was a 9-day drought, and it takes time for water to go down the waterfall. Oh, we've got inventors up and running. We don't have the beavers left over at the moment to fill them. But once we pick up all these kohlrabis, we'll be filling those 2 bonus inventor huts like nae beaver's business. And you know what? I reckon I'm going to do another speed 30 and watch all of these kohlrabis get picked out the ground. The beavers should be up for the task. Oh, unless they start drying up, then the beavers might not be up for the task anymore, but we've got 4 beavers, and even if they select a kohlrabi that subsequently dries up, they will be able to slurp it up. What are you sitting on your arse for? You're full. They're full. Well, 183 food. We've got to hope that sees us through another bloody day. And we've got to wait for the beaver to come back to the farmhouse so we didn't lose that one kohlrabi they had. 3.3 days of 4 inventors inventing away sounds like a good time to me. Will you beavers stop building these? We've got plenty to be pausing right now. We didn't need any more. Look at them. Coming our way here to be like, nah, I'm going to plonk another one in. Thank you very much, Lee. I mean, like, even after I've reduced the priority, he's still coming out to build more. Oh, and looky here, peeps. We've got our fancy pants staircase in. The one that requires the warehouse. And we're about to get our last login, however. That's why he was up there. I was waiting for him to get to 20 so I could pause him before he sits on his horse and doesn't out. But as I was saying, we've got the last staircase getting banged in front of our very face. And now we can start chopping down trees. And we don't strictly need to just yet, so we'll not. And when we do, I would like to be somewhat clever about it. Like say for example, get these ones out the way. And you know what? While we still have 6 planks to a name, I think it's time to start our barbed wire repulsion system here. It's going to consist of course, a handy dandy small warehouse, resolutely facing the wall, just to emphasise that it's a cheaty deety handy dandy small warehouse. And then we're going to go and stay down even more small warehouses, eating each other's hoops, until they're all the way to the bloody sources. I just can't click that one in the right place apparently. So yeah now beavers, that's your new maximum priority job. And since I see you're stocking up logs, why didn't you plop a levee wall in? Because that will block the barbed wire right there. And you know what? Let us allow the beaver to go up here and chomp these bonus, you know what, 24 working days. Let's see if we can get them all in before they get hungry or thirsty. Oh, we're down to our last pine and our last little sapling. After that, it's gonna be all kohlrabi growing land over here. Even if we tend to panic and still not be able to pick it all up. Oh, my beaver's already getting to a bloody handy dandy small warehouses in. As well as banging in some of the stairs. What a champ. Oh, my path's clear. Our path is officially clear. That's it, peeps. We are going to get this barbed wire repulsion system in the next temperate season. And barbed wire will never darken our one district ever. And with Bitterbog the leg end chopping down this last pine, we can switch his job to chopping down bigger old oaks at 8 logs a pop. Pause, bloody Kamara, what a waste! We can't be wasting beaver's time like that. This is an efficient season. It bloody has to be. Especially now, because this is the crucial moment. The next episode is very much make or break here. Oh, and do I see this right? We have 2 beavers in their building. That means we're going to get 2 beavers chopping down oaks for 8 logs a pop. Now, we'll be curious if anybody gets what I'm planning on building here. Those of you that have been around for a while might be like, this seems awfully similar. And it worked the last time, so why the blooming heck should it not work this time? And I was just admiring my dam here, and I saw that we're still at 0.40 for the floodgate. Let's get that down to 0 and attempt to not flood our one district. Now I'm just having a check here to see if there's any underground tunnels like there is in Pressure. And it doesn't look like there is. This is a much cleaner under the map view than you got in Pressure like. But Pressure didn't have loads of waterfalls knocking about, you know. Oh look, we've got my bloody builder beaver all the way down here. I will say one thing. I certainly hope we get our big barbed wire repulsion system built before any sort of bad tide hits. And that's not just for the sake of our berries and kohlrabis here. It's also for the sake of the beavers' health when they're building said barbed wire repulsion system. I would really rather not have to panic cleanse beavers. Who are we, beaver builder? Be the laddie who bangs in the handy dandy small warehouse. Why? And as the sun sets as well. And it's that time again, isn't it? The sun is setting not only on our partially built barbed wire repulsion system, but on the episode here. Now don't trick yourselves into thinking everything is fantastic. I've clearly forgot about some more breeding pods. So we're going to pause ye. We're going to very much pause these next 3 in the next episode because we are once again starting an episode with very low water. Oh, I was going to see how grand this episode was, how we got the staircase up, how next episode's going to be so much better. And here we are again. at the campfire, waiting for another day to begin. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and be keen for the next one, where we hopefully get a bad water repulsion system in place. Or another drought. I'll take either. But until then, have yourselves a canny time and a toodle pip.